Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Joe Fixit, issue number 1. Oh, I am so excited here. Guys, I could use words to try and tell you seriously just how stoked I am that there is a Joe Fixit comic book. This is my absolute hands down favorite incarnation of the Hulk. This is one of my favorite comic book characters out there. I love Joe Fixit. I got a little story to tell you a little bit later on about when I met Peter David and he told me this book was happening without actually telling me this book was happening. And I had to go to French-speaking land to figure this out. Anyway, let's talk about who made this book. We'll go on from there. Spoiler, Peter David is the writer. On art, Yildiray Cinar. Dude freaking killed it in this book. Color art, D. Cuniff and Matt Mila. They drew Grey Hulk very well. Anyway, VC's Ariana Maher on letters, and their variant cover artists, Cully Hamner and Jordi Belair. A couple of variant covers out there. Enjoy. And the Hulk was created by Stanley and Jack Kirby, and he was created to be this color. Just not with this freaking awesome attitude. Guys, Spider-Man, surprise, is actually also in this comic book, and it's effing awesome. I don't know if you guys remember how Joe Fixit was brought into the Marvel Universe. It was incredible. Peter David, absolute monster, an animal back in the day. Even today, oh my God, dude. At some point, Hulk got turned back gray. Things weren't going so well for him because he wasn't as strong as he used to be, so he had to find some other way to make things happen for him. And he wound up coming across this guy, Mr. Berengetti. I think it's Michael Berengetti. And he wound up proving himself to still be pretty damn useful amongst mortal human beings, regular human beings. Even a couple of superpowered ones. He beat the crap out of somebody, some monster, killed him, and hung him up to dry in a freaking meat hanger, or meat on a meat hook in a freaking freezer. And it was insane. It was like, what the hell do we do now? What do we do with this body? Some bad stuff is gonna happen. But no, it turned out that Berengetti was like, I can use somebody like you, and gave him everything he wanted, including a place to sleep or to hide at night, during the day, because this version of the Hulk, the Grey Hulk, only comes out at night. When the daytime comes out, he turns back into Bruce Banner. Very interesting, all the various ways that he found to, get rid of the Banner version of himself. It's funny that nothing is given to you in this. So, he doesn't come out that often during the day. No, he doesn't come out at all during the day. So it's hard to get pictures of him. Yeah, because he's only there at night. He usually tries to stay out of the shadow, in the shadows and out of the limelight. Not just that, out of the daylight. So fantastic that they're giving us this stuff without actually just spoon feeding us. If you're not into Joe Fixit, if you weren't around when these comic books came out, if you haven't gone back and looked at these comic books, I can honestly say that is probably the only reason why you won't like this comic book. But if you know who Joe Fixit is, or if you're interested in seeing a very radically different version of the Hulk, this is the comic book for you this week. Holy crap. I remember I have a choice every year. What the heck is, I can't remember. Oh, Torchwood. That's the name of the company that's in charge of of the Fan Expo events, and I'm allowed to go to one of them to, be press per year. An artist asked me to go and visit him up in Montreal, so I figured, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's cool. I'd love to be able to hang out with him. You know what I'm saying? Introduce him to the family. It'd be cool, And it was. It was awesome. Went up there and hung out with the cat, but also got to see some of the comic book stuff up there. It was cool. I got to see Kevin Eastman, right? One of the main guys I got to meet that I know there weren't the largest lines for. What do you call it? But I was happy to wait no matter how long it was, and that was Peter David. It's the first time I got to meet him. And I'm dumb as hell because I forgot to bring. I actually keep it right out here in case I never got a chance to meet him again. I just can't seem to Ah, freaking A. Oh, well. You know what? Lost that opportunity. Anyway, my Incredible Hulk comic book, What Savage Beast. Not a comic book, a novel. Freaking amazing. Anyway, I told him I forgot to bring it. I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, it's bad on me. I'm the one who forgot it. And I said, listen, I want to thank you for everything you've done, but I especially want to thank you for making the Hulk gray for however short a period of time it was. It was too short. And, you know, he'd had a stroke. He wound up having another one not too long afterwards. Not my fault. And I remember he, like, it takes a long time for him to say anything, and it really puts people off a lot because it takes a while for him to be able to formulate it, right? And one of his daughters is over here trying to, you know, translate for him and help out and whatnot. But once he gets going, he's able to, you know, actually talk to you. I remember, you know, I said that, you know, thank you for the Gray Hulk. He's like, you liked Joe Fixit? I'm like, I don't know if like's the word, man. I loved what you did with the Hulk. I loved Joe Fixit. That was incredible. He's like, I can't say when, not just because I'm not allowed to, but because I don't know when they're going to publish it. But I've submitted issues of a series that's going to bring back one of your favorite characters. And I'm like, oh. And I didn't know if it was permanent. I had to think, it wasn't until after I walked away that I started thinking, oh, he only does like 5 issues of this. And if people like it, enough people like it, he'll do 5 more issues of this, right? And I kept on saying to myself, every time he'd do something with one of the characters who he's shown love to before in the past, you know, I was like, you know what? This guy's got to do the Gray Hulk at some point. He's got to bring Mr. Fixit back. And now he has. Guys, this book is fantastic. The art in here is incredible. Honestly, the ugliest part of the art is the cover. And it's not actually ugly. It's just, it's a different artist. And it's an artist that I wouldn't want to do the interiors. It's an okay book. Like it's one of those situations where the interior art is actually better than the exterior art. Exterior, it's not bad. It's just, it's a very specific taste. The interior, like, this is the kind of work you expect to see on a modern day comic book. The exterior is something you expect to see in, like, Marvel Comics Presents. You know, there's a very special art, right? Like the Sam Keith art or something like that, you know, which is not bad, but I'm going to point out it's Sam Keith, right? Very eclectic. As far as the writing, I can only say it's Peter David bringing back this incredible character, right? That he himself created, revamped, reverted, whatever you want to call it. I was cheesing ear to ear painfully because of how happy I was to read this. And it's a great story. And if you're still on the fence of buying this, not a problem. I'm going to give you a little taste of what's inside. Joe Fixit versus the Kingpin actually happens in this comic book. Oh, effing amazing, guys. I promise you, you're not going to be disappointed. If you meet those qualifiers that I mentioned before, it is impossible for you to be dissatisfied with this comic book. And the best part of the comic book was at the very end when it said, to be continued. I just accidentally Wakanda'd forever on my Daredevil. Hey, remember when Black Panther, T'Challa, became the man without fear for a while? Anyway, holy crap, I can't wait for the next issue. I love the idea this is going to be out. Guys, for the sake of conversation, got a couple extra bucks pre-recession. Maybe consider buying the comic book and the trade paperback because, you know. Also, if you like this video, like the video and watch an ad to support your favorite YouTubers. I'll talk to you guys later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Yo, class dismissed. In Las Vegas.